Okay. Good evening and welcome to the Saturday night number 49 of the Speak Up Club by Living Life. Thank you everyone for joining in today's session. Today's session being a very special one. Special one not just because of the name it carries, LOL, laugh out loud. Not just for the name it carries, but also given the fact that the environment that we are in right now is a lot gloomy. And here at Speak Up Club, we have taken up this specific session with the intention to lighten up ourselves, to give ourselves a moment, a few minutes, this 1 hour to forget about what's happening in the world at this point in time and just recalibrate ourselves with the world and what and how we can do it. And it is often said, laughter is one of the best medicines. So why not treat ourselves to humor and make sure we get at least, if not anything else, a placebo to make ourselves smile a little in the world that we're going through. And this 1 hour can be spent looking into healing ourselves with laughter. And towards the end of it, I'm going to share with you a few insights which are coming from a 34-year ongoing study, my life, about how we can become or we can start taking in humor into our life rather than just thinking that humor is something which people get by nature or they are just like that, they're blessed with that. So rather than thinking of it, I'll be sharing a few instances in my life where over the past 1 year, humor has been one of the biggest change that I've brought about in my life. And that has helped me to a large extent in many things that I do and helping also me to be sane. So let me begin with this. It's often said humor is a very serious business. And frankly so, it is. It's a billion-dollar industry wherein we're talking of stand-up comedy. But here today, we are referring to humor as a part of our lives, of elements and moments in our life that become something that are cherished, something that is looked back more often than the other elements of our life when we feel that this was a beautiful part of your life. So with that, the idea for today's session is not a stand-up comedy. It is about sharing moments from your life, sharing incidents, situations, stories from your life, which even today or at that point in time made you laugh out loud. And that's a moment that we would like you to share with everyone so that we get a chance to smile, to laugh out loud today in this moment. So let me begin with my story. I'm a relatively down-to-earth person. I stay on the second floor of a 20-story apartment. So I'm a relatively down-to-earth person. And I'm married to my present wife. Okay, she was my girlfriend before, so I said the present wife. And she comes from a family that stays on the penthouse of a 20-story apartment with no resemblance to her nature with this place that he stays. So
नॉर्मल
all I wish
पैकेट
to
है
say
मिल्क
is,
के दूध के
hi Muskan. Okay, let's get, so that being said, there's often a saying, there's one psychologist, Christian Jarrett, who noted in 2000 that it's a very big struggle even for psychologists to know exactly what makes people laugh. While dictionary puts it simply as the quality of being amusing. To some people, it can be a mere smile. To some people, it can be explosive laughter. To some, it can be conveyed with words, expressions, pauses, actions, sometimes the past memories, photos, films, whatever it is. There is a possibility of humor in every possible situation that you are in. And that is where humor becomes very important because that's not just an expression. It's a way of life that can be inculcated and lived with. That's what we are talking about today. Let's begin with someone sharing a moment from their life, an experience, a joke, an expression, whatever they feel. It can be personal, it can be read, it can be something that made them laugh. One moment that you'd like to share today. Who would like to go first? Aman.
I want to share a recent incident. I want to buy some. I want to buy some chocolates from my kids, so I went to a grocery store. So that time I was suffering from a cold. So suddenly in the middle of the store, I sneezed twice or thrice, and entire store was started looking at me. And there was a overexcited person, one tall guy, 6 feet tall, almost 10 years older than me. So he was looking at me continuously. So when I was in this lane, I went to another lane कि इसने पकड़ लिया तो बहुत मारेगा मुझे. So that was the feeling which I was going through. कि मतलब he I am in an impression that he is definitely going to scold me. Although I was wearing a mask, but 3-4 months back, the position of the mask sometimes up, sometimes down, like that. So almost 6-7 minutes we are playing with each other. He want to talk to me, and I was thinking that he was in a mood to give me a solid dose. So finally, it was like kids play to each other ना कि प- पकड़म पकड़ाई खेलते ना हम बचपन में. So that was going on. So but he is a smart guy. I thought I will be in this lane. Suddenly he came in front of me. So I thought, okay, I am gone. But he offered me tissue paper. So he asked me, why are you running? So I said, no, I am not running. No, you are running from me. I was just asking that you take the tissue paper, and if you are not well, you can go out. Okay, 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 okay. But this you can say this to me from distance also. Now, why you are running behind me? I also said that you can from 10 feet distance also you can say this. Now, why you want to say this coming near to me? So he also realized that maybe in this kind of situation, so he also not uh, behaved normally. So that was a funny incident for me actually, because when you are alone, and sometimes it happened, it has happened many other occasion also, with other people also, when somebody sneezed and people start reacting. So that was the incident, but it went on in a funny way with me. So that's the recent one which was in my mind.
Wonderful, wonderful, Aman. I think that does ring a bell with many people where I have a habit of actually while eating food, somewhere I'm not sure if it's medical condition or what, but I've never got it checked. I have a habit of sneezing while I'm eating. Once for sure, every meal I will sneeze for sure. And somewhere I've landed in trouble whenever, while the recent second wave began or before that, if we went to a restaurant and I sneezed, and everybody from the next table or the waiter suddenly stopped and started to wonder whether they should come or they should not come. There have been no instances.
During
Okay,
this particularly in this time, everybody uh, t- caught of you, everybody noticed that if you particularly if you sneeze or cold or something like that.
wonderful. Okay, thank you, Aman, for sharing that. May I request everyone to please, if you don't have bandwidth challenges, please switch on your cameras. The reason, one very big reason why stand-up comedians are out of business is because of this reason. Humor happens or humor connects. There's a live feedback for humor while it is happening. Unlike many other things where the feedback can be received when it's humor later on based on whatever inputs that people give. But in humor, while someone is sharing a joke or someone is expressing something, that person's energy comes from the fact of how the other person is responding or reacting to it. So I request everyone to please, if it's possible, please switch on your videos so that we can have a good engaging session. Thank you. So let me share another instance that I had. I hope there are no doctors in the crowd. I have a very close friend whose wife is a doctor, and it so happened that we keep hearing this philosophy, a doctor a day, apple a day keeps a doctor away. And he keeps asking me, I haven't missed an apple for the last 5 years. He keeps asking me, I haven't missed eating an apple for the last 5 years. How much more time do I need to persist for that theory to work? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. He's been trying and trying, but nothing works out. Okay, who's coming up next? Muskan?
Okay, Rahul, I'll share one incident.
Sure, go ahead.
So normally, in a very smallest of incidences, we can see humor. For me, something recently happened. I have a 2-year-old daughter. I was scaring her that if you don't sleep, Habu will come. So Habu is a word which I use to scare her all the time when she's not doing something which I want her to do. It is closer to like a ghost kind of a thing. So I was scaring her that no, if you don't do this, Habu will come. Suddenly she gets up and she says, Chipkali bulao? And she's just 2 years old and she knows that I am dead scared of lizards. For 1 second, I did not understand what she was doing. But while I was scaring her for ghosts, she was scaring me with a lizard. That's my Chipkali bulao. So I feel that yes, these are such small instances on which we laugh, but we do forget them as time passes by. But these are the things which add a lot of humor in our daily lives. For me, these instances are more humorous than any other.
Okay, thank you, Pragya, for that. Who's coming up next, Akanksha or your younger one? Yes, Akanksha. Muskan, go ahead. You can speak. No, you're outside somewhere. No issues. That's okay. Who would
Yes,
like to
I'm
come up?
outside somewhere.
No issues. I understand. Who's coming up next? Shubhadra, Uma ma'am. Okay. This wasn't a stand-up comedy session. I hope you haven't come with that expectation. It's an open mic where we would like to listen to your stories, your experiences, or your memories which have made you laugh out loud. Shubhadra ma'am, yes, go ahead.
Frankly, nothing comes to my mind. But during this COVID pandemic, I am in a group where my contemporaries, or rather some of them are also my classmates from AC College, Guntur. We have formed a group last year. And mostly all of them are boys, and there are only 3 ladies, out of which only I am active. Sorry about that. Only I am active. One person, she just, pops up whenever there is a festival and says hi. The other person is totally incognito. But then I'm like one of the buddies. So every time, I post something to do with the liquor or something. So everyone has a gala time talking, yes, Subhadra, come on, let's go, like that, And then, whenever they put something about whiskey or something, I'll say, no, that's not good. You have to go to Scotland and get only the, single malt, as if I am an expert in that. So I keep all the time, I keep contradicting them. So they totally enjoy my jokes. And all their jokes also silly jokes. I mean, now we are all above 60 years and senior citizens, but we are having a gala time, pulling each other's legs. And I'm the only lady. So they give me, because of that, they are very polite and they don't have any non-vegetarian jokes. So if anything comes up, then I will tell them, oh, now you're being naughty. And then, everybody starts laughing and laughing out. They put a laughing smile or something like that. So they're pulling my legs and I'm pulling their legs. So we are totally having a gala time. And in this pandemic, that is something which I realized that you need to laugh out loud. And some of the jokes they post, they are really, it is something to do with others or something like that. So it is nice, and it is a very nice feeling, especially during this pandemic. That's what I wanted to share.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Subhadra ma'am, for sharing that. A simple thing that I can learn from that incident that Subhadra ma'am said right now. One of the reasons we grow old, people say, when we grow old, we start smiling or laughing lesser and lesser. But from what I see from Subhadra ma'am is the fact that when you laugh a lot more, when you smile a lot more, you don't get that old very fast. One of the biggest challenge when humor isn't a part of our life is because we think of ourselves, of the image that we have, of how we perceive ourselves. Like here beautifully, Subhadra ma'am said about her experience. Her group, all over 60s maybe, and she being the only lady, despite that fact, we always need a connection with people and to break the or to make the environment lighter. Humor is a beautiful way to get it going. You talk of some motivation, you talk of some philosophy which you'll be sharing in groups or you'll be talking about. I'm not sure how many people can engage in that. But if there's a good, like Shubhadra said, no non-veg, because she's a girl here. If we are not talking of something which is off meat, which is non-veg or something, but we all can still lighten the environment with whatever the age we are. And I feel with the age, if you don't keep that in mind, there's a high likelihood that every time humor comes in, you're just prolonging the quality of your life. You're just improving the quality of your life. That's a wonderful thing about humor. So who's coming up next?
I just
Muskan,
want to add. I just
yes,
want to
Subhadra,
add
go
one
ahead.
more thing. When I was and in college doing my degree, I was known as the ice maiden because I never used to lift my head. I used to walk straight to my class and then back home. And I never used to look at the boys, never spoke to them. And now they are so, puzzled and thrilled that I am really naughty and I have all kind. I post all kinds of naughty things, and they are saying, "You're becoming naughty day by day."
Thank you, Shubhadra ma'am, for sharing that. For a second, I thought when you said I did not see anyone then, and now I paused for that moment as I was thinking, what is ma'am going to share now? I'm not sure what is she seeing or what is she seeing today that she's sharing now. Thank you for that. Yes, Hasanuddin sir, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine, thank you. मेरे जो बचपन के फ्रेंड्स है, आई मीन 6th grade 7th grade के भी फ्रेंड्स है. अभी तक हम लोग एक ग्रुप के जैसा हमेशा डेली रात में सोने से पहले बात कर लेते रहते हैं. Like yesterday also we were talking up to 12. हम किसी से बात करे बगैर नहीं सोते. So what we do actually, we go back to our school days or college days, and we start pulling each other, and तूने वो किया, तूने ये किया. Believe me, this practice that we are doing for maybe 3 years, from the 3 years or 4 years continuously, तो ये bullying जो है हमको makes us really relax. और कितना भी रात होने दो, कोई भी कितना भी काम के स्ट्रेस से घर आने दो, कुछ भी हो जाने दो, मगर वी मेड इट एज अ रूटीन कि हम कॉल कर लेते हैं, कम से कम एक दो को बुलिंग करते हैं, तूने क्या किया. अगर उसको फॉर एग्जांपल यार हम लोग अभी 50 प्लस 53 54 में है, स्टिल वो हम लोग कॉलेज के टाइम पे कुछ तुम्हारा वो गर्लफ्रेंड था, ये गर्लफ्रेंड था, ऑल दिस जो है सो जोक करके तो हम लोग सोते रहते हैं. तो डेली हमारा एक रूटीन हो गया है कि सोने से पहले हम लोग जो है थोड़ा सा हंस लेते हैं. ये थोड़ा मैं शेयर करना चाह रहा था.
Thank you, Hasanuddin sir, for that. I think that's a wonderful way for the life that we live. whether it's students, whether it's working professionals, or whether someone who's as senior as Uma ma'am or Abdul sir. One very simple thing that we need to understand is there's so much happening. There's so much happening around us. Serious stuff, focus stuff, which is draining us. There's so much which is happening around us that we need something, some element through which we can divest this energy, this stress which is there, that has to be taken off. And one very beautiful way of taking off that is humor. Like Hasuni sir, I also have this habit. I have a friend, very close friend. We often, whenever once in 2 weeks, not now in the last COVID times, but yes, we did have our times where we call this bakar time. Bakar karte hain, chalo. Nothing, no sense, nonsense. It's all kahan se kya baat karenge, kahan kiski baat karenge, kuch nahi pata hai. Bas, we have this routine where every 2 weeks we sit down, रात को 11 बजे बैठेंगे, आराम से प्रज्ञा ठंडी वो कॉफी वेट करेगी, बैठेंगे हम लोग, और पता नहीं दुनिया में कहाँ की क्या बात करनी है, बात करेंगे, आराम से बात करते करते, मजाक करते करते, पैर खींचते खींचते वो टाइम निकलता है. So all I'm saying is, wonderfully said by Hasanuddin sir, like this practice, he's been doing this for the last 3 to 4 years now. This is a very beautiful way of diverting or divesting all your stress and negative energies which are there. Wonderful way to do that. मुस्कान आप इतना क्यों मुस्कुरा रहे हो, एक बार बोल दो कुछ भी, हम भी हंस लेंगे. अनम्यूट करके बोल दो.
I want to say something to Muskan.
मुस्कान बोलो.
Before you say, मुस्कान को मैं भी कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ.
Go ahead, Aman.
मुस्कान, आपका मास्क कैसे लग रहा है जैसे आपकी दाढ़ी निकल आई है, या तो आप लगा लो या हटा दो.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's, Abdul sir, go ahead, sir.
I could not resist myself. Now it is better.
आजकल ये एक फायदा हो गया, पता है, whenever I am not prepared, जैसे I am like not shaven or something like that, अच्छा हो गया कि भाई मास्क आ गया है. At least there's no pressure to look very good, you know. जब भी होता है तो मास्क डाल के रख लेता हूँ. कोई पूछता तो सेफ्टी फर्स्ट. ये बताना जरूरी नहीं है कि भाई कुछ किया नहीं है इसलिए पहनना पड़ रहा है.
लेकिन लड़कियों के लुक बड़े चेंज हो गए.
Okay, sir. Abdul sir, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just want to share a small incident. Like a couple of days back, my daughter finished her exams like about 4 days back. So she was like going crazy all the time and tremendous stress. You know, her final year MBBS exams, she was under tremendous stress. So shut the books, put them aside. That's it. No talk about studies and no talk about exams. Everything in the corner, and we just chill out. So, and we don't have much guests at home, and we are not going out much, not to restaurants, anywhere. So, day before yesterday, we sort of took out our old albums, and it's a good time to go back into memory. So. My daughter took out one album where my wife, she's sitting in a small aluminum container, inside an aluminum container, small one, and I'm standing beside her. So somebody took.
You don't need to mention it's a small one. We'll accept it. Is your wife around?
No, she's not. So like when she looked at that photograph, my daughter started laughing so much. Mommy, you're like this. You're so thin, and now you're like 70 plus kilos, and those days you're like 40 plus 45 kilos. So you could fit in a small container. So we were just browsing all the photographs and laughing at each one, and then going back to the memories and really having a good time. This was a good refresher for us, and to review actually the old memories. And my daughter, my wife, and I together, we are spending a good time. We spent like almost 2 to 3 hours just reminiscing our memories and sharing it with our daughter. She was not born at the time yet, so that was one recent thing which I just wanted to share. Yeah.
Thank you, Abdul sir. But I still like the fear in you when you were saying the weight of your wife now and then. It's okay. I'm married too, so I empathize with you, so I can feel it. So having said that, there was one of my friend who was disappointed that
That's a very modest way. That's a very modest
Aman, please
way
don't
of
make
Aman,
me.
Rahul
telling
knows
your
he is
wife.
in the house still.
Yes, I still have to sleep in the same house, so my wife is also here, so let it be.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I was
Yes,
talking
yes.
about one of my very close friends. He was, after his marriage, he was very disappointed that his wife doesn't cook at home because she doesn't cook well. I said you should be still happier. It's not my story, it's not my answer, it's someone else's answer, just to be clear. I said you should still be happier. What can be worse than having a wife who doesn't cook? It's having a wife who cooks, who insists on cooking and doesn't know how to cook. That's the bigger challenge people have when their wife loves them a lot. Their wife loves them a lot, and it can't happen. It just can't happen that you have to eat. Remember, for the ones who are married over here, you could have experienced खाने में नमक ज़्यादा है, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है, ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ठीक है. It's a part and parcel that everyone
बोल नहीं
experiences.
सकते आप. You cannot say. You cannot say.
Yes. Yeah, Muskan, go ahead.
Okay, I just remember.
मुस्कान आई हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे मुस्कान आई सबकी.
Okay, with all this cooking issues, I just remembered an incident from past. So it's like around 4 to 5 years ago. It was like, and I am worst at cooking, telling you beforehand, and even worst at tasting, like giving comments to someone's dish, like who has made it for critical in like critical way. So when once once my mom made the tea in the morning. So we were having this breakfast, and she was yet to have her tea. And we, all the three kids, were sitting and having our tea. And we all three were like, "Mom, this is not sound. This is tasting weird. We don't know what it, like what's extra or what's missing in this, but it's sounding weird." And for half an hour, this banter was going on. But she was in the kitchen. She was in the kitchen while cooking it. So she was like, "What happened?" And then when she came to have her own breakfast and had the sip of her tea, she was like, "It's sugarless, you idiots. You don't know what sugar taste is like. You're having tea from so many years and still you all don't know how it taste is." And that was the worst embarrassing part of the life till yet in the cooking experiments. And we still laugh over that. Like my mom still remembers that incident when we all are together and we have a laugh on that.
Wonderful, wonderful. With this story of tea, I'm reminded of the movie Bazigar. चाय पत्ती नहीं डाली तो शायद हाई क्लास में ऐसा ही होता होगा, शायद पत्ती नहीं डालते होंगे वो हो सकता है. And more than that, I'm reminded, okay, for all the people who are married and not married over here, I think Pragya will not feel angry for this now. It's a piece of advice that I give to all the people who are about to get married. कभी भी शादी के बाद बीवी को, शादी के बाद या पहले बीवी को खुश करने की सोचते हो ना, बहुत सोच समझ के करना, कैसे करना. इसलिए बोल रहा हूं क्योंकि I was very excited. I loved my wife. बहुत खुश होके शादी के बाद पहले दिन सुबह उठ के मैं चाय बनाऊंगा, आज मैं बना के दूंगा. She made it once. I'm not sure intentionally or unintentionally. It didn't come out well. Twice, it didn't come out well. And she's a tea lover, hardcore tea lover. अभी भी दिन में मूड आ गया तो 10 से 12 बार चाय पी लेगी मेरे से बनवा के. ओके, खुद नहीं बनाएगी, just saying. So she made the third time, it didn't come out. मैंने बोला रुको, चाय भी बनानी नहीं आती तुमको. मैं गया, ये देखो ऐसे ऐसे चाय पत्ती डालते हैं, इतने 30 सेकेंड्स गर्म होने के बाद मसाला डालते हैं और मसाले को ऐसे उबालने देते हैं, 3 बार नीचे जाने देते हैं, वापस उबालने देते हैं. She was very impressed. बना के दे दी, चाय पी ली, बहुत अच्छी है. अब वो बात हो के 12 साल हो गए हैं. आप ही अच्छी बनाते हो, बना लो. आप ही अच्छी बनाते हो, बनाते रहो, मैं
That's
पीती रहूंगी.
buttering. That's buttering.
No, not buttering. Not that's not buttering. It once you think you're doing something, always remember it can come back to you for your lifetime. So that's my chai story that I have. That even today, the
You
bed
mean
tea
to
is
say,
given by me to Pragya when she wakes up.
you mean to
And
say kindness has its own cons. Kindness has its own cons.
it has its own challenges. It comes back. You don't know how it will come back to you. So I give an advice. कभी भी गलती से कुछ भी करते हो, खाना तो गलती. I'm still happier that I made just tea. One of my friend made good food. The problem is there.
Muskan, these are
Yes.
mankind mistakes.
But
Only men
one of my
do
good
these
friend made
mistakes.
good food.
Okay, you
Now the
mean to
problem
say
is
mankind mistakes.
हर रोज सुबह वो खुद खाना बना के कैरेज लेके जाता है. आप अच्छा बनाते हो. So that's the thing. So you have to be wary of what you're doing and how you're doing it. Uma ma'am, go ahead.
Rahul, can I
Ah,
add something?
One
Yeah,
second.
there is one.
Aman, go ahead.
There's
Again,
one
wait.
more
Yeah.
thing, especially for Muhammad sir and Uma ma'am will understand this. So whenever your husband, if for Muhammad sir it will be useful. Uma ma'am, whenever your husband asks for pickle with your food, be careful, because a husband doesn't have the strength to tell that the food doesn't taste well. So whenever Rahul asks me for a pickle, you know what look is to be given.
You can't
I
directly
want
say it. You have to stay together, stay alive, stay together and survive all together for the rest of the life, whatever it is. But it's safer to say sabji achhi nahi hai, achar de do. What's better? Achar de do. Yeah, Aman, you were saying something. Go ahead.
All are experienced people, but I want to give a formula of it to have all married men.
Aman,
A
एक
formula.
second. Aman, I'm
What
starting to
about
make
us
notes,
Golden.
kids?
please. Aman,
What
notes बना
about
रहा हूँ.
us
रुको.
kids?
Yes,
Rahul
yes.
recording करो.
बनाओ.
Rahul
देखिए
record. This is
ऐसा
a
है.
masterpiece.
If you don't have an if you are married, in the evening go to your wife, whether you have done any mistake or you have not done anything,
Say sorry.
done good or bad, just say sorry to her.
Say sorry.
Okay. And because the reason is that because there is one thing which before marriage can be of everyone, but after marriage it is only husbands. That is mistake. So it's
Mistakes.
better to say sorry every day without mistake, and you will lead a happy married life.
Always. I second you, Aman, on this. Because
But
a
Aman,
man.
once Rahul
It's
came
a
and
tried and
said
tested
sorry to
formula.
me.
And
Once Rahul came and said sorry to me, and he's still searching for an answer whether he's having an affair somewhere.
okay,
So a sorry needs to be very strategic with wives, because we have 1,000 other questions around that sorry.
जो
yes,
अमन बोल रहा है सिंपल लॉजिक है. A man can be wrong and be sorry. But
even if you are right, you have to sorry.
a man can be just sorry while he is right.
Yes.
It should serve the purpose. That's how it works with men and wife. Uma ma'am, go ahead. I'm sorry to keep you waiting for so long.
No, that's okay. So I was enjoying the laughter. They say laughter is the best medicine. In Reader's Digest, there is a quote, and every time you read that, you are enriched with humor. Humor adds spice to your speech, they say. Whenever you add humor, definitely people listen with interest, and also stories, people are very interested. So today I'm going to enact before you one character called Supandi, which I used to like very much. It is a character by Anant Pai, and I used to read it very often, and I love these Supandi stories. Supandi is a foolish boy who is employed with a master, and he keeps changing the masters because he doesn't serve the master properly with his foolishness, and there are many masters he changes. So there is one story which I want to tell you now, one or two. Waiting for permission, that is the name of the story. So Supandi and the master, these are the two characters. Supandi says, "Master, I posted the letter that was lying on your desk." Then master says, "Posted? But I had not written the address." "Now listen, in future, never do anything without asking me." "Yes, sir," he says. I will have to write the letter all over again now. Sometime later, Supandi, get me a glass of hot milk. There is no milk, sir. A cat jumped into the kitchen and drank all the milk. Drank all the milk? And you did nothing about it? Actually, I wanted to shoo it away, but I thought I'll wait for your permission. Did you like it? Did you get the joke?
Yeah, good one, good one. taking an advice literally.
Yes, yes. One more. It's called the astronaut. Human intelligence has made many achievements possible. This was what was coming on the TV. And both Supandi and Master were watching that. And again, the new speaker says, landing on the moon is one of the greatest achievements of man. And then Supandi says, I'm going to be an astronaut too. And Master says, you, an astronaut? Then he says, I'll be one up on the other astronauts who went as far as the moon. I'll go to the sun. You fool, it's terribly hot on the sun, says Master. Then he says, Master, you think I'm so stupid? I will go at night.
Good one,
Okay.
good one, ma'am.
Yeah. So when you read such stories, definitely it adds spice to your life. And that's why we watch movies also. We wait for the comedian to come. And that's why they include comedy also in the
Uma ma'am, your voice is breaking. Pragya?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Pragya. I think Uma ma'am is getting disconnected. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think.
Hasanuddin sir will come back to you in a minute.
No, it's okay. We can complete round.
Hasanuddin sir, go ahead, sir.
नहीं ऐसा ही जोक याद आ गया मुझे. कल पढ़ रहा था कि अचानक करंट चले जाता है वो उसके घर में, तो थोड़ी देर के बाद बिजली वापस आ जाती है. तो देन जो करंट जब नहीं रहते तो वो एक मोमबत्ती जलाता है आदमी. फिर जब करंट आने के बाद वो है ना, वो उसको ब्लो करने, पुट ऑफ करने के लिए ब्लो करता है. 3-4 टाइम्स ब्लो ऑफ करता है वो, तो मोमबत्ती नहीं बुझती है. तो इसको टेंशन आ जाता है कि कहीं मेरा ऑक्सीजन लेवल तो नहीं गिर गया. तो ही रश टू हिज वाइफ, ये देखो देखो मेरे से मोमबत्ती नहीं बुझ रहा है, मेरा ऑक्सीजन लेवल डाउन हो गया. बीवी बोलती है यार तुम अपना मास्क हटा के तो फूको उसको.
I have seen a few videos recently where
I also
आदत में मास्क के ऊपर ही खाना जा रहा है अभी. इतनी आदत पड़ गई मास्क की.
I want to share one joke. One person having a terrible body pain in everywhere. So he went to the doctor and he said,
Aman,
sir, when
a terrible body pain बस था, everywhere की जरूरत नहीं थी.
So he went to doctor. He मतलब गया doctor से, he asked for prescription. I am having a, wherever I am touching my body, so I am having a pain. So doctor said that the pain is not in your body, your finger is fractured. So get the medicine of your finger for your finger, not for your body.
Wonderful, wonderful. Muskan, you are saying something? कुछ बोलना है आपको?
I was showing the finger only.
Finger, okay. आपको ये joke पता था, ठीक है, done. Wonderful. Okay. Anyone else would like to add something? Saloni, Bhavna, you have not said anything. Shubhadra ma'am, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Would like to add something?
Yeah, and you are talking about recipes and all that. So what has happened was I didn't know how to cook when I got married. And then we went abroad. So I had invited some friends and I wanted to make bisbedi. And I didn't have a clue how to make it and how much to make for just two guests who were coming in. Both of them were bachelors. So finally, I had to ask them how I should cook. Finally, I made this thing. But then, I put some amount on the table. And the rest of the amount, I showed it inside a shelf. And after they came, they were exhausted at the amount. It was enough for about 20 people. Then my elder son, he comes up and tells, oh, don't worry, it is just not this much amount. And he took them into the kitchen, he opened the cupboard and showed that much amount for another 20 people. That's how I started my career as a homemaker and as a cook.
Subhadra ma'am, we missed the last line. Can you tell that again?
That's how I started
No,
my
the
career.
one before. What did your son do?
He went inside, he dragged them inside the kitchen, and then he opened a cupboard and he showed one more basin, which was enough for another 20 people.
Okay. Wonderful. Yep.
That's life, sometimes when you don't know how to make. Then the same guests, they came to stay with me. And I said, okay, I'll make coffee. And I hate making coffee, and I don't like the smell of coffee. Then I made coffee for them. And then, they were very nice and very polite. And they said, next time, please show us the kettle and hot water and also the coffee bottle. We'll make it ourselves.
So polite of them. Thank you, Subhadra ma'am. Anyone else, anything? Would you like to add something over here? Saloni, we haven't heard.
There was
from
a
you.
funny
Yeah,
incident.
go ahead, Aman.
There was a funny. I'm sure by now that you must be wondering that why I have not shared the topic which is related to my phone. Obviously, iPhone. So there was the incidents related to iPhone only. So I'm sure one have some point of time bought a phone. So I first time in 2014 I went to buy an iPhone. It was iPhone 5s. That time it was in a shortage. The price was 64,000, and one of my friend is with me. So somehow the salesman was also very much funny. So my friend was encouraging me not to buy an iPhone. It doesn't have a Bluetooth. That was at that time that was very common. It doesn't have a Bluetooth. So I want to buy that phone. So I told salesman I want to buy a phone. He told me, no sir, you cannot buy. So phone was we were in an Apple store, and he was saying, no sir, you cannot buy. So we asked strangely, why you don't want to sell what the phone is in front of us, and why we cannot buy? Sir, you can buy only if you have to first take the oath. Okay, what oath? Sir, you have to take the oath, keep your hand on the box of the iPhone, and you have to say that you will never ask for Bluetooth, and you will curse the all Android phones once you buy this phone. And that was so funny that immediately I bought the phone, but that was still in my mind that how tactfully and how funnily, easily, actually convinced my friend also. But that is true. iPhone people should not ask for Bluetooth. That the Bluetooth which they have, it is only for music. You cannot get anything from Android. So live with it. And biggest joke which Apple company every year makes, that they will bring a best phone which is not which is better than the previous year phone. So the biggest joke, they Fortune 500 company every year they play with whole world.
Wonderful.
But I still buys that.
I've heard this. I've heard this with the people.
Aman sir. Aman sir.
Ji sir. Ji sir.
Aman sir, can I ask you one thing? In which country are you in right now?
Hyderabad.
India. Hyderabad.
No, because your timing is showing behind you 2:35.
That's a virtual background.
Yeah. That's a virtual background.
I see. Okay.
Sir, एक second sir, मैं भी थोड़ा बीच पे चले जाता हूँ.
This is also a joke. You are asking me you are in which country by looking at my virtual background.
Okay.
It is a funny incident. I will remember it.
Thank you. Thanks, Aman. Yeah. We have someone by the name Tell Universal, and Bhavna and Saloni. You haven't spoken anything at all. So would you like to add something? Tell Universal you're not connected on your audio. Saloni, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to add on is my favorite comedy show is Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, and whenever you feel something like low or something, anytime you can watch. There is a lot of entertainment and there is a lot of comedy and there is a lot of humor in it. So I love to watch that show anytime.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Saloni. Bhavna's now. Are you there? I didn't crack a joke because I saw Bhavna's na today. Because I often tell, if you don't get my humor, at least मेरी भावनाओं को समझो. Last time I had in a crowd where there were 100-200 people, भावनाओं को समझो जैसे ही बोला था मैंने, people quit listening to me and they went and started talking to भावना. उसको समझना है ना. That happened. So I'm not taking the chance here because we're not sure how Bhavna will react to that. Anyways, yes, Uma ma'am, are you there?
Can I ask one question, Rahul?
Yes, go ahead.
With no offense, has this tell universe has gone to universe to tell something?
Possible. No issue. No, we are not. I guess there's some challenge she's having in connecting to the
with
audio.
no offense, just a humor.
This being a LOL session, the idea is simple. If you take something personally, keep it personal. Don't say and make it public. Just kidding. Just kidding. Pragya, would you like to add something?
Okay, so now when we've had all the fun segment, there's a little bit of technical part, as I'm always the spoiled sport whenever I come to a meeting. So there is a little bit of technical part that I would like to add. First thing is that how many of you believe that you are not a humorous person? You can't crack jokes, you can't make people laugh, or you really can't think anything close to humor. At least I was one of those who always believed that I'm a very, very serious person and I cannot add humor to anything that comes across my life. But soon I started working on giving speeches. And that's when I understood what humor does to any talk, any speech, anything which you tell people. And there's a very simple line to it. Humor does leveling up. What does leveling up means? Leveling is all about if you have emotions which can be very serious, which can be very tacky, which can be very particular, which will make people think a lot. So our human brain is accustomed to going on a hibernation mode. If I tell you too much of theory, you will hibernate in next 5 minutes. That's how we are. And then you will just be nodding your heads just like Akanksha and the little one is doing right now. So you will just be nodding your heads without any single word going into your mind. And I'm sure Aman and Abdul sir and all will understand because they are married. After 5 minutes of what your wife is telling, you're just nodding. I'm not sure how much goes into the mind, even in the ears, is what makes the difference. But then when I understood that humor plays a very important part because that does bring your mind back to the current situation. Our mind is designed in a manner that if you will listen to humor, you will come back to the current situation. Now, once I understood this, the next question was even more serious because then it meant, how do I develop it? I thought the stand-up comedians and the people who do humor, they have it from the birth. That's what I told Rahul, that I think there's something in their brain which makes them so humorous and I can't do it at all. And then one of my mentors told me that it is a skill which needs to be developed. How will you do it is the toughest question for me. But when I started working, he asked me to do a very strange thing. Initially, I found it weird and even more humorous than actually searching for humor. But he asked me to write down 3 things in a day. Looking a thing which has happened in a serious manner, looking the same thing as humor. So for a simple example, suppose you're going on a road and you see a man falling. One thing which will come to your mind is, oh, he might get hurt. That's a serious notion of your mind. That is the first emotion that will come to you when you see somebody falling. But at the same time, there'll be a humorous part which will tell you that, see how he fell down. Wasn't it quite funny? And that is something which you have to do in your everyday life. Anything which comes to your mind, think a contra part of humor to it. That way, every single day, you will have at least 3 points which you can count as humor. Secondly, most of the times, what happens, like the simple story of lizard, which my daughter did, if I leave it then and there, and if I don't repeat or use that story anywhere, I will forget it in next 7 days. It will be a bygone for me that, okay, something like this happened, but then it will not be humorous for me anymore. So what you can do is that anything humorous that comes to your mind, use that story at least once in next 24 hours. You can tell it to your friend, you can tell it to anybody, and if you don't have anybody, then you can just write it down. After that, again repeat that story in 3 more days, or maybe maximum of 48 to 72 hours. You can tell it again to a friend or write it down. Again, after 7 days, repeat that story. That way, that humor quotient will be added as an imprint to your mind. Once that is done, you will know when and where you can use that humor story. And a simple example to that is right now when you all were sitting and we were asking you stories in the first shot, did you get stories to your mind? All that humor has been in your life. Everything has happened with you at some point of time. But now, when you were literally forced to think that no, I have to speak some humor today, then you could think of these instances which has happened. But still, it took you at least what? We started at 9 and it took you almost 1 hour to remember those 3 or 4 stories which have happened. So, which means that humor is a part of our everyday life. It is not something which is existing as a core nature. What we do to miss it is simply let it go. So, hold it whenever it happens. Practice it the way I told you 24, 72, and 7. So, 24 hours, 72 hours, and a week's time. Repeat that humor. Even if you don't have somebody else, you have at least the wives, you have your husbands, they don't have an option. So you can always practice on them. At least that's what I do with Rahul. And husbands, I am sorry for this terrible state of yours. I understand it, but I'm still a wife. I can't do anything about it. Right? So that is something which you need, the rule which you need for developing humor. Now, it's very important to understand that use humor only when it fits into the situation. Many people would think that if I have to keep things light, I will need to add humor. So nowadays, there's a term called good humor and bad humor. Good humor are situations where the humor which you're doing is totally a fit to the situation around you. Bad humor is an attempted humor, which will only make you laugh, nobody else. So that's a very broad difference which you need to keep in mind. Just because you have to insert it somewhere, don't do it because it will fail. Third important point is most of the time we confuse between humor and jokes. People think that if you're talking about humor, you need to crack a joke. Whereas these two are although related but different terms. Jokes are intentionally made systems where when you are inducing humor into a situation, whereas a normal humor can be in the form of vocals, can be in the form of voice modulations, can be form of a casual talk, an interaction like Uma ma'am used it as an interaction. So a play of words. So there can be so many different formats of humor. Do not ever think that if I have to have humor, I have to inject jokes. Even there are people like Charlie Chaplin, there were people like Charlie Chaplin, and there are people who are stand-up comedians who just pick up humor from their audience. It will just be a counter comment to what has happened, and it will turn as humor. A lot of stand-up comedians who use the crowd format, they follow this kind of a thing, right? So now when you understand what is the difference between humor and jokes, you know the rule of 3 which you should follow. Now, when you think about any situations around you, the only thing which you have to do to develop your humor, I'm focusing on this word, develop your humor, because it can be inculcated. All you have to do is every situation that you come across, even when you see your wife or your mother shouting at you, in your mind, keep it humorous. Think of how they are looking, how funny they are looking, and you will get a humorous situation for you to develop on. I hope this thing works and also answers the question which we put before the session, whether humor is natural or it can be cultivated. Try these 3 points, and I'm sure it will take time, I understand. But once you start doing it, you will know and you will see every side of your life as humor. And you will understand that there is more humor in our life than there is seriousness. Right? Rahul?
Yeah, it does take time. It took me a long time to get married, obviously. And after that, everything is humor for the wife. So having said that, a few points which already Pragya mentioned, I would just like to add to them. First and foremost thing, we are not talking about pulling jokes or reading something or just using something. We are talking humor as a way of life. When I'm talking of way of life, it's about building in your skill to lighten the environment and every idea that is happening around you. So first and foremost thing you should get comfortable while I'm talking of humor in your life is to be okay to laugh at yourself. When you're able to laugh at your own self, not your wife, your own self, when you're able to do that, one thing that happens is you take off the expectation of burden which is there on you and who you are and your ego down. Not putting your self-esteem down, but you let yourself be a normal human being who can be vulnerable. So that's the advantage. When you are okay to laugh at yourself, that's when is the starting point for you to become humorous as a person. If you are the serious kind, if you are the one who takes up everything seriously, everything has a logical process, everything has a logical discussion, it'll always be tough. It'll always be tough, because once I said to my wife that she's so beautiful like the moon. मतलब मून की तरह दाग है ना, वही बोलना चाह रहे हो ना? कहना क्या चाह रहे हो? I said, no, everyone symbolizes the moon as beautiful and something which can be looked up to as beauty of something like a creation of God. लेकिन मून में दाग तो है ना? मुझे पता है, आपको मैं जानती हूं, आपका क्या मतलब है मैं सब समझ रही हूं. Until you have and are in a space where you cannot lighten up, you will never be able to build a sense of humor. That's one thing. Second thing, where this very element of humor being a way of life, let me give you a conversation. There was a single mother, and there was some friend of hers who was saying, because there was a single mother, there was a single friend, not a single mother, single friend who was over 35 and still to get married. And this friend went and told to her, you need to have a baby. You're running out of time. What would be your response while you come across a friend, a well-meaning friend telling something to you? You could look at the drama out of it. You could build the drama within you out of it. Or like that single friend said, after all, we are all running out of time. That's how time works, right? You could kind of level down the conversation rather than making it to be the elephant in the room. How you respond to the situations, to every situation that you're facing in your life, how you respond to that is what creates the humor around you. I'm not again telling you, we are not referring to the jokes. We are talking of how humor can become a part of your life. Like Muskan, I'm not sure what she's laughing at over for the last half an hour. लेकिन हंस रही है, खुश है, और क्या चाहिए? काम हो रहा है. So the point is, how do we build this humor? The way we can build this humor is First and foremost thing is to bring in unexpected contrasts. There's something that I often tell to people. A few days ago, a few years ago, I did not have a penny in my pocket. Not a single rupee. I then went to my house and took my purse and bought something that I wanted. The twist which happens is from what is expected from the person you're talking to. While I said I didn't have a penny in my pocket, your expectation was there comes a story where he'll talk about how he grew or how he earned. The twist comes in when I said I went to my home and got the purse which was lying at home. If you want to observe how comedy or how humor can be inculcated, do watch stand-up comedy. Do watch Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. But the important thing is watch it not for picking up the jokes. Watch it next time to see what is happening. Where is it that it clicks to you? The way it was said, the timing of it, the tone of it, or just the body language of the situation. Look at what is making you laugh. Once you observe that element, you will start working on building that element. With this contrast which we are talking of, once you start building that element in a way in which you can, in your conversations, build that suspense, build that twist through which humor is created. Humor is nothing, it's nothing but a conversation which a twisted end. You didn't expect this. When I began the session, I said, I stay on the second floor of a 20-floor apartment. My wife stays on a penthouse. I didn't say anything after that. The twist or the story was created in your mind. And that's what we're talking is how humor is worked upon in every situation that you face, in every conversation that you're having. See how you can twist the tone of that conversation, be it serious, be it a normal conversation that we're having. Like as an example, in this very instance, when Aman said, or when Abdul sir said, aluminum container, twist. Sir, nobody's thinking about how big the size is. You did not mention it. Or what, I'm not sure, I don't remember what I said to Aman, but I said instantly as a response, you can just say it. So those are twists in the way in which humor can be cultivated in conversations. Let me tell you where I learned this process. 1 year ago, when all this COVID thing was happening, I myself was into a lot of trauma. Okay, now I'm not talking humor. Okay, Muskan, stop smiling. Why I'm saying that is because while I was in that trauma, and I've always had a very formal relationship with my father, I realized I need to break that ice. I need to build that connection with my father. I can't suddenly go and talk to him and tell that, okay, now I want to build a connection. I realized I need a way in which I can get into the conversations, how I can lighten up the conversations, make him laugh, make myself laugh, and the way I can pick it up. And that is where today I would say, with my 33-year-old relationship with my father and what has been for the last 1 year, this conversation has changed. There's a smile, there's a laughter in every conversation that we have. Because of twists, turns, this, that, whatever you want to say, how you're saying it is all lightens up the environment and builds a relationship. That is what you have to start working upon. So as a habit, like Pragya, the points that she already said, always remember humor, not jokes. Humor is purely situational. A quick comment, a quick twist is all that is required. And it need not be about LOL. It can be about ye कहना चाहते हो, or some twist through which the environment can be lightened up. And let me tell you, humor with research, it might not be a deal-breaking thing in your corporate career or in your jobs, in your profession. It might not be a deal-breaking thing, but it is one of the very high element which can build or lighten the atmosphere that you create with people. And that works in the long run for you. It's a rapport that you build, and that is what will work wonders for you in your long-term build-up of your career. Even in your personal lives, in your professional lives, at every place, humor is a way in which you can move forward. Last thing, like Pragya said, the no parts of humor, put down humor. There's a way in which you create humor in which you pull people down while you're laughing it out, while you're smiling at it. That isn't humor. That's called bullying. There's a way in which you drag down people with your own comments, with a sadistic laughter that everyone has at the cost of someone. That isn't humor. That's bullying. So make sure while you are trying to create humor, at the end of the conversation, it should be a win-win for everyone. Everyone should go back feeling good about themselves, about the conversation that they've had. A lot of people I've seen have a habit of pulling legs, in the name of pulling legs, pulling down the other person. And that breaks the confidence. You might have a laugh for that moment, but it breaks the other person, and that's not humor. Second thing is self-deprecation, wherein it's a no-no, because when a lot of people have a habit of saying that or laughing at themselves. There's one thing which is situational laughter, situational humor, and another thing which is saying that मैं तो ऐसा ही हूं ना यार, मैं तो कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता ना. इस पे लोग हंसेंगे, but what it does is also the fact that it lowers your own confidence deep within. That is also not humor. Once in a while statement is a different thing where you lighten the environment, but constantly lowering and commenting on your own capabilities in a derogatory way. You could be laughing over it, ठीक है, मजा आ रहा है, सबको अच्छा लग रहा है, हंस रहे हैं, हंसने दो. But the long-term implication of that is a simple thing. You lose your own confidence and you fall in your own eyes. That also is not humor. So that's the thing that I wanted to share with you all. And hopefully, two things have happened today. One, we have had a good laughter during the session, good time with everyone, and laughed out loud. I know I have to survive after the session. So please note, whatever happened in this session remains in this session. It does not come out after I come out of the room. Statutory warning. Next week is session number 50. So I'm hoping if you don't see me any updates, please be sure to get in touch with Pragya and ask her what's happening. So with that,
you will be safe. Don't
yes,
worry.
Bhavna, we are happy. Bhavna boli. Yes, Bhavna.
So haven't I explained how to pronounce my name in the second class?
I'm really sorry. How do can you help us with that again?
It's pronounced as Bhavagnya. Although there is letter Z, it's pronounced as letter G.
Next time, write your name in Hindi. English is a very messy language. And it can, I'm not sure what it can do, but I'm just trying to be safe for myself. We'll try to keep that in mind. For the benefit of everyone, if you can write it as Bhavagnya only, we'll call you that way. Bhavagnya,
Yes.
are you there?
Yes, sir.
Just kidding. All I wish to say is that if we aren't on interacting terms very often, it does happen. I'm really sorry if I pronounce that in the wrong way. And yes, English, let me tell you, is a very funny language. The challenge is you look at the last year's new word additions to Oxford Dictionary. There'll be over 500 words which have been added to the Oxford Dictionary, and they don't have a basic sense to how not to complicate the language further. You have another word which is added which has a silent character. क्यों भाई? ऑडी मर रहे हैं, कौन सा वर्ड में साइलेंट कैरेक्टर होता है, कौन सा वर्ड में यूज करना है, कौन सा वर्ड में नहीं यूज करना, कंफ्यूज्ड है. आप एक और वर्ड ऐड कर दो, उसमें बोल दो कि मैंने बोला है कि ये साइलेंट है. क्यों?
They are just trying to add humor to Oxford Dictionary.
You call it that way? How are you going to call it? The point is, Hindi on the other side is a very beautiful language, where जो है वही है, जो दिखता है वही पढ़ेंगे. अब जैसे मेरा नाम है, मैं यूके में जाके किसी को मेरा नाम बोलता हूँ राहुल, मैं पूछता हूँ किसको बुला रहे हो भाई? होता है, it's okay. So that's a part of person. Sorry, Bhavna. Sorry, Bhavagnya. I hope that I got that right.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Nothing offensive again. I hope we have not hurt you, and we really look forward to seeing you back again for these sessions. Hopefully, you have had a good laugh from the session today, and each one of you all. Yes, Bhavagnya, you want to add something?
Sir, can I share something?
Sure, go ahead.
My biggest lol moment.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll be more than happy to listen to that.
Yes, sir.
Apart
Sir,
from apart from anything that relates to your name and its pronunciation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, I and Akanksha are classmates, and we were having these online classes. So every day and in every class, she used to make funny gestures. She used to chew the pen. I used to laugh like an idiot whenever I saw her. I used to turn off my video also. So that's the biggest lol moment, as you said, till date.
Akanksha, you have not shared any lol moment from yours.
I must say she must have a lot of lol moments. Just make her spell out.
Well, Akanksha, everyone is waiting for you now. Go ahead.
Whatever I do, it becomes a lol moment. So there are too many.
That's enough for us.
Right.
वो बस है हमारे लिए. Good enough for us. We'll sleep good with that. Whatever you do becomes a lol moment.
I'll make the point clear. The whole time I've been laughing or smiling, it was just because of Akanksha.
Akanksha, we told the session was for lol moment, not for someone to come and see you and have a lol moment. Okay, everyone.
No.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. आप बताओ, मतलब हम खुद निकाल लेंगे.
That's the humor. That's the real humor.
That's the thing that you're talking of. See, how you got to lighten up the environment. That is what I've learned personally, and it has made wonders. It has made wonders. I think, Akanksha, I'm getting scared now, please. So that's okay. Yeah. So with that, I think we are good to go. We are already at 10:20 now. Thank you everyone for joining in for this session. I hope it has added a few smiles to your life, and more than anything else, help you understand of how you can start building humor as a part of your life. I'm still getting scared, Akanksha. Stop. I can also see your screen. It's not a personal screen for Muskan or Bhavagnya. With that, let's call the night, and thank you everyone for coming here and making our Saturday night special. Yes, Muskan, go ahead before I close the session.
Can you please just once in a month organize this laughter session? Because it was really fun and stress relieving.
Wonderful. I'll consider that. Let me see what I can do. We'll see how we can. If not as a formal laughter session, but yes, we can surely have ideas or topics based on which we can have this kind of a humor, because that is something that will help. And obviously, I'll have the entire recording. Next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to see the entire recording of only Akanksha's expression for the entire meeting. I'll come back with the report on that.
That's where you are going wrong. It was not about her expression. It was about her messages.
I know. See, the beautiful thing, I'll tell you, Muskan, Akanksha, if you don't know, Zoom administrator has access to all the chats which people are doing one-to-one also. So don't worry. I'll come back on that also. Okay?
No, please don't go through them. Don't, please.
It's okay. It's okay. Let me deal with it. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Saturday nights have never been this beautiful for the last 49 Saturdays now. It's been an honor to be smiling with you today. An honor that each one of you all came to this platform, created moments, and helped us learn that we all need the lol moments and how we can create them. Thank you, and have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.